Bienvenido a mi diario de Inglés Británico, un podcast para hispanohablantes que quieren entender inglés británico con confianza y progresar profesionalmente en el Reino Unido. Soy Shandon, coach nativo de inglés británico y sí, también hablo español. En cada episodio hablo en inglés británico real y conversacional para que practiques tu comprensión auditiva y te acostumbres a cómo hablamos los nativos en la vida diaria. En este episodio voy a hablar de lo que más me gusta de Londres, mi ciudad natal y donde vivo actualmente. Te recomiendo que escuches este episodio más de una vez. No te preocupes si no entiendes todo. Cada vez que escuches, vas a entender más. Vale, empecemos.
London is one of the most famous and well-known cities in the world. I was born in London and I've lived pretty much my whole life in London. I've always lived very central in London. So I've lived in central London for pretty much my whole life. And I know that I've been very lucky to have lived here for my whole life, to have been born in London and to have been able to live in London my whole life is very lucky. Lots of people around the world dream of coming to London, even just to visit, but especially to come to London to live here as well, because it's a city that's famous around the world. Today, I want to speak to you about my 5 favourite things about London and give you some details about the things that I like most about London. So let's get into it. The first thing that I like about London is the diversity of people here. There are very few cities like London, to be honest. London has people from all over the world. Of course, there are English people, but you have people from other European countries, people from Asia, from Africa, from Latin America, from the United States, from everywhere pretty much. And there are hardly any cities in the world like this. New York, you could say, is similar, but apart from New York, I don't feel like many other cities are like London. It's very unique in its diversity of people. Because of that, in London you can hear different languages everywhere you go. If you walk through the streets of London, you'll hear so many different languages every day. And London is what we would call a melting pot, which is un crisol de culturas. So there are people from lots of different cultures and different places all in London. So that's the first thing that I like about London. Number 2, the second thing I like about London is the diversity of culture. Because of the huge mix of people that we have here in London, there's also a huge diversity and a range of culture that we have access to here. So I feel like we're very lucky because of that. In terms of culture, what do I mean? So first of all, the food that we can access. So in supermarkets or in smaller shops, we can access food from all around the world. My background is from Jamaica, from the Caribbean. We can access food from the Caribbean. There's food from South America, food from Asian countries as well. Huge amount of food, and also a huge number of restaurants as well from different countries too. Also, there's a huge range of events that you can go to in London, all from different cultures. So not just events based around English culture, but from culture from all around the world. London is definitely a very international city. The third thing that I like about London is the river. So the River Thames is the big river that runs through the middle of London. It runs through the middle of the city. And I love walking along the river. I walk along there all the time. Pretty much every week I walk along the river because I find it very peaceful and very relaxing. And it's such a nice part of the city. Even though there are lots of tourists there at times and it can be busy, it's still always an enjoyable, peaceful, relaxing experience. So if you haven't walked along the river in London, or if you already live in London and don't regularly walk along the river, I definitely recommend that you stop. And it's not just one part of the river that I like. I like walking along all parts of the river. And often I've walked 4 hours along the river. So I've walked for 4 hours straight without stopping along the river. Sometimes stopping for a coffee or a cake, of course, because snacks are very important. But walking very far along the river, from west to east, and also from east to west. Most of my favourite cities in the world have rivers in them, and London is definitely one of them because of that. The fourth thing that I like about London is that you can earn very good money here. London is one of the richest cities in the world, for sure, and you can earn lots of money here. It's the reason that many people come to London, to be able to earn good money for themselves and also for their families as well. I know that lots of people from Latin America come to London in order to earn more money and get better jobs that pay more. So people come from other parts of the world, from abroad, but also from other parts of England and the United Kingdom. For example, people come from the north of England down to London because in London you can earn more money. It's definitely one of my favourite things about the city. Finally, number 5, the fifth thing that I like about London is the public transport. So lots of people complain about the transport in London. They say there are lots of delays, retrasos. They say there are often problems with it. But I feel like we're very lucky with the transport in London. For me, it's very easy to get around the city. So to get to different parts of the city, whether it's the north, the south, the east, the west, the centre, any part of the city. I have friends that live all over London and it's very easy to reach them. Of course, it still might take a long time because London is a huge city, but it's still easy to reach them and there are always different options. Yes, the public transport in London isn't cheap compared to other places. For example, the tube or the metro was much cheaper when I was living in Barcelona, but we have lots of great options, whether it's the buses, the tube, the metro, the trains, or cycling as well. London is a very good city for cycling too. And I have my own bike, and so I often cycle around London. So those are my 5 favourite things about my city, London. I hope you found it interesting and that it's helped you to improve your English. I'd love for you to send me a message on Instagram telling me what your favourite thing is about London. If you already live here or have visited here, and if you haven't visited, I'd love for you to tell me why you want to visit London. Thanks and take care. Bye.
Gracias por escuchar este episodio de mi diario de Inglés Británico. Ya has dedicado tiempo a tu aprendizaje hoy, y eso suma más de lo que crees. Poco a poco, tu inglés va a mejorar. Si vives en el Reino Unido y sientes que tu inglés te está frenando profesionalmente, te invito a hacer una evaluación de fluidez profesional gratuita conmigo. En esta sesión, analizo cómo hablas inglés hoy, identifico exactamente qué te está bloqueando y te explico qué necesitas trabajar para hablar con más claridad y confianza. No es una clase, es un diagnóstico claro y honesto de tu inglés hablado. Escríbeme por mensaje en Instagram para reservar tu evaluación. Dejo el enlace a mi cuenta en la descripción del episodio. Gracias y nos vemos pronto. Bye.